Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I think we had a good gathering because even though in spite of Sunday, I think let us hope that this session will give us a small insight. As introduced by the madam, my name is Dr. Chandrasekhar. I'm working as a technical advisor for Telangana State Remote Sensing Application Center. It's called as TRACK. Before bifurcation, it used to be called as APSRAC, Andhra Pradesh State Remote Sensing Application Center. And I had an opportunity to work in urban areas for the last 1.5 decade for various projects in India and outside. And today my presentation will be divided into two small parts. One part I want to just tell the scenario throughout the world what is happening. And second part I would like to, because it's an urban, I would like to take some of the studies in related to the Hyderabad urban, specific to the Hyderabad urban. And what are the major problems we are having in Hyderabad urban area without giving a solution to all the places. So coming back to this facts, by 2050, the study has been conducted by the UN. By 2050, throughout the world, the number of people who lives in what you call as cities, can you just tap it? Our position will be down. I'll do that. We will be the number one. By 2050, throughout the world, the most number of people live in urban areas, peri-urban areas. India ranks number one in the world. So we can understand what will be the scenario of the urban areas just over a period of next 3 decades. And 35% of the population, world's population, lives in these three countries, India, China, and Nigeria. And this will be the scenario in the next 25 years, as Saigar said. If we won't wake up now and do the remedial measure, it is not called as a remedial measure. We need to do the surgical strikes for the pollution in terms of air, water, and the land, the three subsystems. This will be our scenario. In fact, this photograph is a part of a Brazil Amazon forest. So I think the picture is very clear. The Mother Earth is lying and crying, and which is supported by the dry areas and fractured land, which shows that there is no soil moisture in the land itself. And the water, which is background of the water, is completely depleted. That will be the scenario in the next 25 years if we really not pull up our socks and do rectification to our standard of way of living, way we think and way we behave on the Mother Earth. Next one. And this is that by 2030, our economy, we are booming economy. We are very happy that we are growing in terms of the prosperity. Our GDP is increasing. Our style of living is increasing. As sir rightly said, from Repale, we have gone to America and beyond that. But the quality is increasing, but the quantity of the life and other things have been completely drastically reduced over the period of time. And if you see this, these are all some of the studies which has been done by the World Bank analysis. The Bangalore, the economy will be equal to Slovakia. Hyderabad, Morocco, Ahmedabad, Vietnam, Delhi is equal to the Philippines, is a complete country. Mumbai equal to the size of Malaysia. This is the scenario of our economy. One particular urban conglomerate is equal to the economy of an entire country. That is the power which we are going to generate in these urban areas by 2030. And coming back to the population, with GDP is increasing means more number of people, more economy and other things, which is directly related to the population also. And of course, this is by 2021 census, the projected one. In fact, 2011 only has come, and next 2 years we are going to get the what you call the population census. Delhi will be reaching around 2.5 crores, which is equal to the population of North Korea. Mumbai, similarly, Sri Lanka, Kolkata, around 1.4 crores, is equal to Senegal, Bangalore, and of course we have to add it here, Hyderabad also. We are not far behind Bangalore, which is equal to the population of Guyana, and Chennai, Haiti, Gad is equal to Sweden, Ahmedabad is equal to the Belarus. This is the situation of a city population versus the population of the country. Coming back to the pollution, this is the satellite picture taken from the NASA last year, last November. This shows the situation of the Beijing, capital of China, the situation of the Beijing in the month of November, which shows that if you see that the clouds you are seeing, it is what you call as in the white patches. The other portion, which is on the left side, is nothing but a smog, which has been emanated from the vehicular pollution, industrial pollution. And by taking this as a cue, Delhi is also not far away. Last 5 years, in fact, because of the smog, all the classes, schools have been closed in Delhi. And there is a, what you call as alternate even number, odd number plate of the cars also playing on the Delhi. And adding to the woes of this, the surrounding areas of Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh, all these produce which have been waste generated from the crop, because of the burning also, it is adding what you call the fire, fuel to the fire. And Delhi is becoming worst every winter as the years pass by. And this is the one which they have done the analysis, because as it is SOx, NOx, particulate matter and all the things. And the United Nations, Europe, India, and China, they have what you call as done an analysis. The urban areas which are less than 1 million, 10 lakh population, which are more than 10 lakh population, they have analyzed. And we are ranked almost 3 in the world. If you see that, population below 1 million is 0.98, but it is NO2, percentage NO2, parts per billion. Here, more than 10 million is 2.5, means 2.6 times is the variation. In the US, in Europe also same thing, 1.3 to 3.86. In India, of course, 0.3 to 0.3, 2.3 times. In that particular scale, we are almost in the bottom. Means we are polluting less in the sense, that is the thing, it has been analyzed. Because of our prevalent lifestyles, still it is beginning, we are not generating that much of pollution and other things. And of course, hope next coming 2 decades, we are going to catch up with the rest of the world. We are racing against that one. And coming back to Hyderabad scenario, this last 3 decades, the city has been expanding very fast. And if you take this, MCH, Municipal Corporation, initially of Hyderabad is around 172 square kilometers area, the jurisdiction. It is a core urban area. And GHMC, Greater Municipality, is at 625. Huda, Hyderabad Urban Development, is 1864. And now they have formulated Hyderabad Metropolitan Authority. It is around 6,000 square kilometers area, bringing almost part of through the districts in surrounding districts into the fold. And of course, these are all, I don't want to go in detail, these are all the major areas which are encompassing in the core area, semi-urban areas, peri-urban areas, and other things. And if you see that population growth also, 1950, 1.10 million, and now we have reached almost 10.28 million is the population. The graph is exponentially increasing, And if this is the case, how much the water requirement, infrastructure, and everything will be multiple n number of times, including the pollution. And of course, this is a small satellite image which shows the location, and this is the Hyderabad area, and the central part of that one is what you call as Hussain Sagar. And these two are Himayat Sagar and Usman Sagar, which used to be the water, drinking water sources for the city. This is one interesting study has been done by one researcher fellow from Netherlands. Here you have Hyderabad being a hard rock area. It's a completely granitic terrain, is a hard rock area. The major resources, water resources, are in the form of tanks. Of course, in coming to the Telangana also most of it. And once upon a time, there was a calculation that Hyderabad and surrounding areas used to have 7,000 water bodies, small or big. Now, in the Hyderabad urban area, the scenario will be 36 water bodies are left now. Out of 36 also, around maximum 32 to 33 are almost in the dying stage. They are in ICU. Not ICU, they are on the ventilator. So this is the scenario. And the prime cause of these things is only the urban development, and we are the people who are responsible. As Saigar said clearly, we are the watershed area, putting the some industries, siting of the industries, discharging of the effluent, industrial effluent, sewerage, drainage, all the things. These are all the only the places where we are discharging all the activities. The best example is the Durgam Cheruvu in the high-tech city. Durgam Cheruvu in 1990s used to be a secret Cheruvu, and it used to be a lover's spot. The young girls and boys used to go there and sit there quietly for some time and come back. Now it is a situation that the surrounding societies, they have put the beautiful pipelines and discharging all the effluents into the Cheruvu, and almost it is in the almost dying stage. Now government is taking some remedial measures to beautify the things without addressing the complete, what is the core activity. If you see this scenario, the red water bodies are the water bodies which used to be present in 1989 and extended. These are consists of losses in the surface water bodies in around Hyderabad, around 200 square kilometers area. 1989, that red spots mar gaya, they have gone. They have vanished from the sea. Green, 2000, they have vanished. Yellow, 2005, they have vanished. 2011, these are the remnants, big water bodies. And if you see that adjacent areas, red boundaries are there, it means the water bodies have been shrinking because of the various activities like construction of the big palatial farms and other activities. In the vicinity of these water bodies and catchments, the water bodies are shrinking. And once upon a time, what you call as the drinking water sources is no more a drinking water source. And then the situation is, this particular area is bestowed with a beautiful ancient temple, Lord Venkateshwara. If you want water, those priests will stand in the river bed and praying for the god to get good water, so that some water will be there from the catchment into the river. So that is the scenario, and every May we will see that things in this thing. If this will happen, and this is the scenario in 2011, now we are in 19, this is almost 6-7 years. You can imagine the situation, and now other analysis has been taken up. It is a half cooked, that is the reason I couldn't able to show you that. So this is the ground surface water resources available as in urban and peri and urban areas. Next please. And coming back to, that's it. A series of land use analysis has been carried out from the satellite pictures. And this is to be the Hyderabad urban in 1995 scenario, where the red is a densely urban populated area, which is around the Hyderabad, what you call as Tank Bund area, Hussain Sagar. And of course, this is the Musi River where it is cutting across. This is the Musi River, and this is the Old City. And if you see that pink areas, low density areas, where little bit density is very, very less. This is the scenario in 95, and of course I'll just go to, this is the scenario in 2000, year 2000, where little bit, what you call as surrounding, it has been expanded, not on the south, on the northern western portion and the eastern portion. This is the scenario in 2005, where you have the pink, the red has been engulfed with the pink areas. And if you see, the vegetated areas are also becoming very less and less, the surrounding areas of the Hyderabad. And of course, water bodies are depleting. This is the scenario in 2000 level. Still, the complete pink has been completely, what you call as overshadowed by the high density urban development. Coming back to, this is the scenario of the development. And every 5 years and 10 years, 20–30% of the available water bodies has been diminishing. And the nalas, which, because here in Hyderabad, the beauty is we have the series of the tanks called as Golusukottu Cheruvulu. It is a garland of tanks, where you have tank below the tank, so it will be connected by the wire, waste, natural drainage are the things. And beautifully, we are constructing all our beautifully layout plots in that particular, what you call as river drainage bed, so that the drainage from one particular tank has been completely cut off. And in that one, our existing colonies are coming up. And whenever a rain of half an hour or 1 hour rain is there, the colonies have been submerging. And this is this, we are seeing the scenario last 2–3 years. The major causes for these things are all, we can categorize it. In fact, there are 5 things which, as per the thing. One is the air pollution. Of course, this is well-known fact that we are vehicular burning of the fossil fuels and applying the vehicles and other things, automobiles, of course, factories. Then harmful chemicals from the, what you call as industries, plastics. And this is the main, one of the causes for our pollution. And water pollution, where all our natural resources, as I said, lakes, rivers, we are contaminating groundwater, we are polluting, and we are discharging from the factories, chemicals. And the major, one more major is we are leaving our raw sewage into the rivers. There is and into the, what you call as lakes. That is one of the things. And dumping all the garbages into these areas. And because of this one, the complete soil is also getting polluted, and putting all the things, household and other thing. And of course, one more major contribution for the pollution is noise pollution, where because of the, what you call as vehicular things and horns, the horns. And here, in fact, Hyderabad, the noise pollution is a little bit bearable if you happen to go to the Uttar Pradesh or Bihar. In fact, the people, they won't sit in the seat, they will sit in the steering, so that they will honk the horns. And because of that one, there is a lot of psychological disorders. And the mental health one is, this government of India, they have conducted a program, and they have analyzed that there is more psychic disorders in those areas because of the noise, unbearable noises, honking of the horns and these things. Of course, radioactive, we have not in fact, blessed with this type of things as of now. We don't know what will happen in the future. And one more thing is the visual pollution. That is nothing but because of the urban areas increasing, we have a lot of malls. And each mall and big centers, we have the big posters which have been illuminated with LED lights and other things. In fact, it itself is a major source of the pollution for the eyes and the brain. And we are thinking that a lot of chamak things are happening, but it is going to affect in a very big way for our neural systems. This was the study is being conducted by the people. And third one, last one is the thermal pollution because of the excess heat, as you rightly said, sir, using the excess refrigeration of the, what you call as the ACs and other things, putting ourselves in a cool position and leaving the exhaust and to the atmosphere and increasing the what you call as temperatures by a degree in every 5 years, especially in Hyderabad city. These are all the things. Now, of course, these are all the common sites for us, and there is no need for you to go and explain them. This is the way we are doing religiously, all the people contributing to the pollution. And for this one, I want to just take another 10 minutes of time. We have a lot of tools now. Doing the best thing is for sort of a mapping sort of the thing, where at least to understand that what is the scenario, where are the actual places are there, where are the open areas, where are the things. This type of things, at least using some satellite images, we can prepare some sort of the maps and give the what you call as planners to do a better planning, so that we're using the tools like GIS and other things. We can identify the places where the lot of pollution is happening, identifying the areas, and give us a sort of remedial measures to this. This is a picture, in fact, part of Hyderabad. It is called as IRS-2C satellite data, and this is data where it is around 60 centimeters is the resolution here. Previously, this used to be given for the defense purposes, and now it has been given to the people also, so that whomsoever wants to prepare some sort of a map for a planning, they can make use of, and it will give us around 100 square kilometers area. It is certain short we can get it. And here we are seeing what you call as different features like individual buildings, major roads and other things, and of course some sort of what you call as green areas are representing of the trees and other things. The similar area in the, of course, Golconda Fort. In fact, we are planning to take UNESCO certified one of the monuments for Golconda, even though the surrounding areas are all in a horrible state of affairs, and we are showing we can't tell that our fort is not that. We can take in a nice drone pictures and apply it for the what you call as monument, this thing. And this is a drone picture recently we have taken. It's a resolution of 5 centimeters. So if you see that each individual small saplings also can be done. This type of information is available as of now. This will help us to do a sort of a better planning of the urban resources, which in turn help us to do some sort of remedial measures for the pollution and other activities. This is the area, is called as MCHRD, Marie Chenardi Institute, where you can see the beautiful areas is completely wetted with a full green cover. And basically the technology is that we can generate what you call as an urban area, identifying the area boundaries and take a little bit area outside, so that different type of maps and other things can be prepared. This is one just thing, satellite image generating and doing, and these red areas indicates that vegetation purpose, and doing some sort of blocking and identifying, generating the database. And by preparing the maps, these are all the different type of information. With one satellite picture, we can generate a lot of information, taking the other accessory data from the common urban areas. Around 50, 60 generation of information we can generate. And basically the important thing is where are the drains are there, type of drainage network, power line supplies, manholes, all the physical features which is existing on the ground can be put it in a different layers, so that a planner can use it, will have a better impact for him to use it in a better way. And nowadays, the technology is such that we have the mobile apps, wherein app can be developed and take to the field with the precise coordinates of 1-2 meters, and update the information which is available on the ground, be it in the part of a manhole or what you call as a dustbin and sort of the things. so that we know what is the status and other thing. Of course, this is related to the urban reforms related to the property tax and other things, which is not relevant here. And this is the one, once we have the base map, we can update all the things which are the points are shown as the physically available, what you call as collection, garbage collection points and other things. And based on this one, you can give a unique ID and do a proper rerouting for the collection, how much is the thing is coming up, how many houses are there, each house, how much is the generating. This sort of things can be, will be helpful for taking the, what you call as plan of action for collection of the other things. Nowadays, in all the ULBs, they are geotagging these type of things, the dustbins and other things. And all these trucks and other things have been fitted with the GPS devices. And using the technology, they are doing a better, what you call as evacuation of the things and other things. This is particularly related to in urban areas, how it can be planned either in terms of the house numbering scheme or updation of the property survey or water supply or other things. And coming back to here, now the latest technology is the development of the portal. All the things they are putting into the web-based interference so that with the help of the mobile and other things, one can give the online and give the thing so that it can be updated exactly the location where the problem is and other thing. And now coming to this thing, now the latest technology is the drone-based surveillance. Every 10 days or 15 days, they are flying to a particular area and seeing that whether the particular things have been cleaned up or any pollution is happening from anything, any water body is being discharged. This sort of things just they have initiated in the other part of the country. So this was all the information which using the satellite and the GIS will help us to do a planning. I think if any questions, I can just take 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you.